Hello my dear Leos, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between May 1st and May 15th, 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos. I have also put up a voting for the final order to be established. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. I put astrological information for the month of May in a video of its own that you can check out in my playlist Q&A. You can also find it at my webpage www.queenofcupstarot. This month I'm doing a collaboration with my friend and mentor Miri to present her brand new channel Emia Soleil Dreamwork for you. So please check it out and subscribe to her channel. For this reading, I used the Osho Tarot by Deva Padma, and I will start shuffling your cards. Okay, my dear Leos, see what's going on for you this month. Okay, we have awareness in the reversed and courage in the upright position. So awareness is it's the Chariot, it's number 7, and courage is number 8. It's the Strength card, so it's connected to you, Leo. With the Chariot here, or the awareness card, it's like you are not fully aware of what's going on in your life, but you have a lot of courage to go with that. It's like you're maybe you're not also so, what I'm picking up now is maybe you're not so outwardly oriented. You might be going more inside than outside during this time. We can see this, it's a little Buddha shell there behind the veil, behind your personality. There's a deeper person, a deeper you, a more true you. So it's like you're peeling off the different layers of an onion to get into who you truly are. Okay, yes. You use probably your courage here to investigate more and more inside yourself, the really dark corners of you, the sad corners of you, the traumatized corners of you, the corners of you that have lost hope, and other of these more secret places. Okay, so I pull the divine with love and light. And here we have flowering and the awareness in the reversed. So the flowering is the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you might be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus person. This individual is very in this card. It's depicting an individual that's very luscious and very gifted with life and abundance, and also giving it away. It's like she's spreading the seeds everywhere. So I'm thinking about, I think it's Hafiz that has a poem about this, spreading keys. Someone that's walking so high that the moon touched their skull, and spreading the keys to the ordinary people, kind of. So they can free themselves as well. So I'm thinking maybe you are doing this for the sake of everyone. It's not just because of your own convenience you are going inside or being forced to go inside of you. It's also going to help people in your surrounding. When you do it, you're opening paths and doors and locks for also other people to be able to follow you. This flowering card, she is a little bit unprotected, this queen. It's not like the king in the same, the King of Pentacles. He has, either he sits on a mountain or he have thick walls around him. This is energy that's more unconditionally giving. It's like a mother giving milk to its children, or nature in its abundance, just there for our taking. That might be the reason to why you are forced to go inwardly. Maybe you have been be giving, or you have been not been able to restore yourself, because with the Chariot in the reverse, it's like you have been driving down into a ditch. Okay, So it might be that you have a little bit problem of restoring your own energy, and this is kind of what have forced you to go inside and check out what's wrong. If we just give and give, eventually we will be like burnouts, okay? So therefore your car is in the ditch. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have integration 14, 7. So 7 goes 2 times in 14. So I'm thinking that you are acting out a drama here together with like another, like something that mirroring you. 7s are connected to challenges, and integration is how we are being challenged by others' opinions, point of view, their world view, their way of talking, their way of being. So sometimes it can be that people are challenged by us, and why are you like this, can't you be more like this, bottle up, make yourself into a more stand-up citizens, or it might be a lot of different things here with the integration. It's like meeting another culture and not getting them, and here the divine wants you to get them, because we are here to experience life and in its all of its myriad of shapes and forms and viewpoints. So it's about taking in someone else's viewpoint and also be able to know your own viewpoint. So it's like a Picasso painting, being able to see things from every different angle in the same time. This is also the 2nd card for love, so it might be a great attraction between you and maybe an earth sign, since we saw the Queen earlier. But it's something you are attracting, something that you're mirroring, that you're attracting. So if you don't like what you are attracting, you need to look at inside, because if you always attract people that is never satisfied with you, or you always attract people that's can't ever satisfy you or whatever it is going on, it's because maybe you are not satisfied with yourself, or you can't satisfy yourself, you can't fulfill your own needs. You're waiting for it's like you're a little bird waiting for the mother and father and come and stop maggots down your throat, okay? Yucky, yes, I understand, but you need a picture, okay? So I call the 6 elements earth, wind, we are the world. Beautiful. We are the world, and this integration. Yes, so you can feel very sad and hopeless sometimes now with the Chariot there in the reverse. It's like you're going nowhere, but you're actually going somewhere, okay? You're starting to, it's like I'm seeing lights, light bulbs going off here when you're starting to connect more and more with the grid. Why you're starting to connect more and more with the grid, with all that is when you're connecting more with yourself, going inside, connecting with yourself. You connect with everything. So this is beautiful. It's actually like you're starting to get to the roots of real unconditional love. I'm feeling a certain calmness with you. Even if your car is in the ditch, you are okay with it. It's like, okay, so nothing is really happening here, or I'm stuck with this what I need to solve, a problem here that I need to solve, and it's like you're not really getting upset with it, and it's beautiful, because then you really have gotten somewhere for real, when you kind of start to accept your life situation and doesn't taint your beautiful inner space because of some outside event, but you keep it clear, you keep it clean, you keep going inwardly, cleaning up the mess inside of there, putting your the attention, the light of your attention to every corner there is. So it's very beautiful. This, what you're seeing here, you can actually do this. It's just rubbing your hands together, and you can start to feel the energy. We can do a lot of magic with that. We don't have to, but it's very good to do this, and maybe put fingers to your 3rd eye. It can open up your 3rd eye, for example. That's open on this person here. Okay, so earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewer. So here is the Queen of Wands in the reversed and integration in the reversed. So it might be that you're a little bit short-tempered. Maybe you have no real patience with people that are not like you right now. But it might be because you're turning inwardly and you don't want to be distracted or disturbed. It's a little bit like a hermit mood, but with a little bit of touch of bad temper, okay? We'll see where it goes with that. Yes, I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So, my dear Leos, what's going on with you? Okay, so it's done. That's beautiful. So I will just tune in to you and your energy for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Leos, this is your future there, and this is your now there, and this is your past. So in the past we have the outsider in the reversed, and I'm feeling it's connected to the last cards we saw, the Queen of Wands in the reversed and the Alchemist card, Temperance card 14 in the reversed, integration, because it's like you have felt like you were an outsider and you decided that you didn't want the role as the outsider, you didn't want to stand and knock at any door, so that is probably the reason to why you don't continue forward, you don't and you don't really have patience with people that treating you like this, because you have started to dignify yourself. So if you are not getting, if you're getting this reaction from people, being put on the outside or being disregarded in some way or not respected, it's like you don't really care about that anymore, because then you are connecting with your inside. So I'm thinking you are sorting what kind of people you want in your life and what people you don't want in your life. The people that treat you like an outsider, they are also out the door, and the journey that you might have gone on together, it's down the ditch, it's over, okay, and it's you don't want to be treated like that anymore. And that's why we saw the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse can either be a person that's not putting up enough boundaries or not respecting themselves, but I felt more like an anger there with you. So I'm thinking you have lost patience with people treating you like this, because you don't care for that anymore. It's like you're just not accepting it. It's not with that much bitterness. It's more like like this. You just don't want to deal with that. It's old, so it's old, it's so old, it's so outdated. You're not okay, so you're not triggered by that game anymore. You're not triggered by, before maybe if someone shunted you out, maybe you wanted to see what's wrong, or how you might have hurt them, or what you said wrong, or what you did wrong, or if you are wrong, or a lot of these things. And now it's like you don't care anymore. So that's actually a good thing. And here you have trust, and it's in the reversed, and postponement in the reversed, participation 4-4 in the reversed, the Lovers though. So this trust card in the reversed, it's this kind of people that kind of come and integrate with you, but they don't want anything, you see. It's like a person wants one night stands, or they're asking you if you want to come and start working with them, but it's only dreams. It's no substance behind it all. So I'm thinking it's this kind of situation that you're dropping now. You're just dropping them. It doesn't apply to you anymore. It's not something that you attract anymore. We had the Temperance, the Alchemist card in the reverse, so you have stopped attracting these kind of situation where people is coming and trying to make you start creating things with them, but they are not really helpful themselves. They don't want to take the next step in the relationship. They're not talking about the future. There's no promotion. People are not grateful for your contribution. They don't want to. It's like you don't get any gratitude, or you don't get any rewards for your great efforts. Okay, so that's the best way I can explain this this feeling here. But why it's like this? It's because you're starting to love yourself and you're starting to become more aware. We saw the awareness there, the Buddha child coming forward. So you want love, but not to a stupid cost. You're not going to play games anymore. You're not going to integrate in drama anymore. Okay, if people makes you feel bad, that's a bad person for you to be with right now. So you're not trying to fix it. It's like before, maybe you tried to fix it, and now you don't care for that. If a person comes with a little bit faded energy like this, and it's like they are doing this with you, but they really don't want anything. They just want your attention, or they want your energy or something similar to this. But so you learn when to engage in things and when to not engage in things. So you're learning to sort a little bit better. So that actually very good. Okay, so here we have your future Leos, and we have stress. So there's a big risk of you getting like a burnout. It was what I said with this Queen of Wands, Queen of Coins situation, Pentacles, bricks, stars, so many names on the earth element. Okay, so that you don't have real good boundaries, but I'm seeing that you are starting to sort among them, but there's still a risk of you getting like burnt out or stressing yourself out. It's still like you're haunted by something. What is it that why do you need to be so perfect? Why do you need to accomplish so many things? Why, as soon as you see a problem, you need to fix it? Why is it always your responsibility? So you see, it's like a one-man show here, and the monkey here has some planning something. Okay, maybe you are getting down with a cold or a broken leg. Maybe you have 3 legs actually, and 4 arms. Maybe you have more than 3 legs, but it's only 3 legs I'm seeing. Maybe that's also a leg, or it's a green hat. I don't know. You can see on this picture is stress, but it's the 7. It's Mars in Leo. It's this energy of the warrior, the doer, the fixer. It's 7, so it's connected to the Chariot. How you have done things before. If you saw a problem, it's what like your whole army is coming there, fixing. But now, if you continue with this, something is going to happen. So it's like the whispers before the tower. You really need to stop what you are doing too much of, and go and sit at a creek, listen to the sound of water, go out, listen to the sound of the birds, lay in the sun for a little while, or sit underneath a tree for a couple of hours. Okay, so you really need to calm down a little bit. Okay. So this is in your past, Leo, and we have turning in, and it's 4 of Cups, and it's in reversed. You also had the 4 of Swords, 4 of Wands. They were all in the reversed. It wasn't here. Now here you have existence and the sharing, and we are the world. So it's like you have this beautiful willingness to be a good person and to do the right thing. But here it's like it's starting to drop off on you. It's the responsibility of it all. It's starting to drop off on you. It's again like the Chariot here. You are going deeper within. Okay, and it's good, because it's like you are going closer and closer to your wisdom well. I'm thinking you are going to be able to start to connect with your deepest source, or you are already connecting and tapping into that. What I mean with that is when we, for example, someone says, I want you to do me this favor. I have been having a problem with this and this and this and that. And usually it's something that you kind of become very happy because someone needs you, and they asked you, so you are very grateful, and you immediately want to jump up and do it. But now it's like you're feeling, nah, I don't want to do it, because you are dealing with other things now. You don't need outside to confirm that you are alive, or that you are worthy, or that you are dignified. It's like you are searching for these things inside of you. So instead of saying automatically yes, you're feeling your inside. And if your inside is saying no, you say, no, I'm sorry, I can't right now. Or you get to your inside and you still feel happy about it, then you say yes. So this is turning in. Turning in, yes. It's like tuning in to yourself. Okay. And here we have past lives, a moon in reverse. So it's like you're digging real deep, Leo. Real deep, like past life deep, eons deep. This is really good because we are going to a special, like a birth canal. It's not only we as a human race, it's the whole universe, like in this place of the universe where the earth currently is. It's going to, like a wormhole in time, it's going to raise this vibration. And to do this, we kind of need to digest whatever we have been through before. Before we might have lived our lives repeating the same situation over and over and over and over again, and now it's like it's still repeating, it's still coming the same thing, but you don't engage in it. It's like you're so bored with it that you just don't engage with it. You just don't care about it anymore. What you're doing instead is clearing up the junk from the past. Okay, so you're finding the reason, the core reason to why you had this repetition in your life in the first place. So it's like you have grabbed a shovel and a little light probably, and hanging it in a tree and starting to dig. You dig, and you dig where you stand. You find the treasure inside of you. It's not going to be anywhere else with someone else. It's not going to come from someone else. You're going to find it inside of you. So it's a little bit like dying 1,000 deaths here, because when we die, we can't really digest the pain of our death in that lifetime, because we died. Okay, so next time we are alive, we are going to feel a certain sadness at certain occasions, and since we don't know why the sadness comes, it might come in the most stupid situation. Your boyfriend is going to buy a Coke in the store, and you feel like you are dying. Okay, so, and it's just like a memory of something happened in an earlier lifetime, maybe a time when you died or someone else died from you, or maybe both of you went to the other side at that time. So you might feel like you're crazy, but you're not. It's just that an energy wants to be digested. And why do it want to be digested? It's because we are here to experience things, and you want to have the experience from that death. God wants to have the experience from that death, and you are like a sparkle of God here to investigate. So you digest it to get the knowledge out of it. It's like writing another line in the Akasha Chronicles. And when you shy away from the pain and think, oh God, I'm so crazy, why I'm always like this, and you just try to endure and preoccupy you with something else to not feel the death of it all, then you are haunted by this forever, because it wants to come to you. You live there and you die there for a reason, not for you to run away from it the rest of your lives, because then it was no use. Okay, because you can't digest and take in the knowledge as long as you're running away from the pain. And the pain is just like a letter that wants to come to you and give you this teaching. So it's kind of stupid to run away, because inwardly pain is not going to kill you. It's just information. Okay. And here we have the rebel, and it's still in the reversed. So the rebel in the reversed, it's something here with the boundaries again and the self-respect. So I'm thinking that some of you might still think that you are crazy and you don't want to feel the pain because it's irrational, it's not logical. You can't explain to other people why you're feeling this way or why you're acting this way. So here you kind of disalign with yourself. You don't stand tall for yourself. You sell yourself out short. It might be that you're dealing with a stubborn masculine energy in your life that just not getting it, okay? They are blaming you for going through this process. It doesn't have to be a male. It can be a female with their masculine side, or your own masculine side doesn't get it, because the masculine side is like outwardly oriented, and you need to be inwardly oriented, femininely oriented, to be able to digest your past lives and past traumas and whatever it is that wants to come here. So he doesn't want to take the shovel. He doesn't want to dig. So it might be shown in the outside as a person doesn't want to talk about the problems in a situation, in a relationship, doesn't want to share their emotions with you, doesn't want to connect on a deeper level. So that might be just mirroring a resistance within you to connect with yourself on a deeper level. So it's just pointing to the same direction. Connect with your deepest level. Connect with your deepest level. It's just saying it again and again. Okay, and here we have morality. For some of you are dealing with an Aries, a Libra. This is Cancer. Both of these cards are Cancer. So I'm thinking this is a female energy, and this might be a little bit more a masculine energy. Even if it's a female here, it's kind of a female taking the masculine side of it all. It needs to be logic. You need to be able to explain why you're feeling this. I can't understand you if you are dramatic or not logic. So this might be a very dried up side to you that can't really go beyond what they can hear and see and touch and feel, and not feel maybe because she doesn't have a bottom. Okay, she only has kind of mind, head. So morality is Libra, and you have Aries here, so it might be you, of course, fire, air. So it's your logical side that can't really accept that you are going through this. It's okay, I'm going crazy, I need to write myself into a hospital for mental care because it's obvious that I'm losing it here. But you're not really losing it, you're just disconnecting from your normal logic to be able to use the darn shovel and dig a little bit, okay? And here we have traveling, and it's 8 of Wands in reversed. So some of you might have lost connection with your male side, or with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It might be that you have also you're judging someone, and you have blocked communication with this person. Maybe you are judging them because they are irrational and have a lot of there's a lot of drama with them, and a lot of manipulation, and they want you to do certain things, so they're acting in sneaking ways. Or it can be a person that's cry all the time just to make you feel sorry for them, or whatever is going on here. So it might be that you are blocked someone, or someone has blocked you because you are going through this in like out of proportion feelings in totally in logic situations. But why you are going through this, it's your personal business. You don't have to. You can just tell the person that, okay, you are going to the store, I know, but for me it feels like dying. It's very interesting. I'm going to feel on this feeling while you are going to the store, so take your time. That might be a way to deal with it, instead of like, oh, you can't leave me, you can't go to the store because I'm feeling like this. So there's something going on with you, and all these different sides to you need to accept each other, okay? The logical side need to accept that everything isn't logic, and the emotional side of you needs to accept that your masculine side need logic communication. So saying to your masculine side, well, I'm just going to need to go through this right now, so we can't really do all these things that you set on the bucket list because I'm not available for this right now. My body is not available. I'm going through something here. So you need to back off a little bit. So with the 8 of traveling, it's like you're in the ditch again. Some of you might have been experienced travel difficulties due to the Mercury retrograde that we have just come out of, this might have been blocking up a lot of energy, a lot of communication, maybe communication with yes, Libra, Aries. It might be an authority figure, like a father figure, or it might be like tax office, lawyers, things like this as well. That maybe you are falling ill here because you're going through something rather tremendous, and your body might need to lie down and be sick for a while to be able to digest it all. And maybe there's like the workplace or the tax office or someone has some kind of demand on you, and you are not really able to deliver because you are kind of not in this world right now. You have been driving down in the ditch and digging deeper down there, going into something, finding the roots of things. So this mundane world that has a lot of requirements on you, want you to do things, want you to be effective, want you to produce, or you know, be able to be like a workhorse and be like attached to the chariot and do their thing, and now you're not. So that might be clashing with, you know, things that society has put, like, this is an absolute, this is law, you need to do this by law, and you're not really in the state for doing this, and if you do this, you might get like a burnout, but also the stress of not doing the things that an authority wants you to do might also lead you to the same thing. So I'm thinking you need to do things that, you know, you need to do by law. Okay, so put your effort there, even if it's a strong resistance, because even this resistance might be telling you something about your roots. Okay, this authority might once have been your slayer, like you might have been executed because you were emotional like this, and to not be welcome to live anymore. That's really feeling like an outsider. Some of you might be dealing with things like this, and it might come up. Like these old lives is just mirroring themselves in stupid combats with authority that you just need to sort out. You just need to do whatever it is that law is saying to you that you need to do. No more, no less. And then go on with your life. Don't get caught in this kind of thing, like a battle of will back and forth. Just do it, and then you can go on. Because I'm thinking this, what you're doing here, not like listening to a stupid authority this time will actually help you to release some kind of karma. So just do it, and don't feel like it's a loss or something. If it's a loss for your ego. So don't bother, just do it. Okay, so here is the now, and here we have silence. So silence is the star card, and it comes underneath this turning inwardly. So you are beautifully connected. Okay, so, and this might take up the most of your time, this connection with the stars. It's hope, it's healing here. So if you're going through something like physical with your body or mentally, it's just what the doctor ordered for you to sickness. You see, sickness is a thing, it's like helping you. For example, if we don't digest our disappointments, for example, we just, I don't care, it's going to be collected in our heart region. And you can see this with person going through heart surgery, for example. When you open the chest cavity of a person and rub around there, or like mix around there with their heart, afterwards they're going to usually go down in a deep depression. It's because they need to feel all the junk that they have saved in the heart region. So if the heart is now well, it can't no longer store your disappointment, so you need to deal with them. Of course you can put them back in the heart again, but then you will get sick again. So when we are doing major surgery or going through some kind of illness, it's like our different body systems are releasing what we once put into there. So they are releasing it. So it might be very painful and you think you're going to die, but you're not going to die. It's actually healing that happened. Healing from bottom up. So it's going to be wonderful, Leo. Okay, 17, 18. And here we have creativity, and that's the 3, the major arcana 3, and it's the Empress. So we also have the Empress energy and the Emperor energy hand in hand here. Both are though in a repelling, like it's like 2 poles repelling each other. You can't put them together. There's no attraction there. We saw the Alchemist card, and the Temperance card in the reverse, no attraction. So it's like you're repelling maybe a soulmate, or it's something. It's like your other half, your masculine side. Maybe you're repelling it in some way, but probably it's just what needs to be happen right now. So if you feel you can't really go along with your partner right now, it might be that you have like a little bit of different paths right now. It might go to get back together later, but right now it's like you're preoccupied with other things, different things. And here we have harmony. So love is there. Love is prominent in your life. So if you have a certain someone, or someone that you truly love, or you feel connected with this person, the connection is real. You don't have to stress about that. Sometimes we can feel a connection with a person that's not there. It's like this, it's repelling, but the love is genuine. So don't stress about things like that. If you need to go your separate ways, you need to go your separate ways. It's just what's predestined, because you have different agendas right now, different angles you need to work, and it might not be helpful to be together and have this kind of conflict all the time. It's better to be apart and be at peace. But the love is genuine. It's like love between soulmates. The Emperor and the Empress in the same reading, and then together with the 10 of Cups, this is real love. This is deep love. It's soulmate kind of love. You're going to love this person forever, probably. Maybe you are born from the same atoms, okay, in the Big Bang. Yes, and here we have nothingness, and that's what's before the Big Bang. So it's the 5, it's connected to, it's the Hierophant, and it's connected to all the 5s. It's the experience that we need to make in life, all the 5s. We need to have disappointment, 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords. We need to be kind of beaten or bullied by people that's stronger than us. 5 of Wands, we need to be at war and conflict and try to get our will through. And 5 of coins, sometimes we're going to feel like an outsider because of all of this, and not feel like we are fitting in, or we are not getting a piece of the cake or the feast. And all these things is what happened with the Big Bang. First we were unity, and we were kind of nothing, like dreamless sleep, and then we woke up and we wanted to experience life, and this is how we do it. Rubbing off on each other, learning new things. It hurts, we fall, we scrape our knees, we get up again, we fall again, someone is pushing us, and we get up again, and this is how life is. It can be a little bit of a burden, and this energy, the Queen of Swords energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and this is Taurus usually. This energy wants to be doing the right thing all the time, to avoid falling on their knees, avoid falling on their face, avoid being pushed. So they try to be really smart about it, and create rules for society how to deal with certain things. And if you don't follow their rules, they get upset, okay? They get upset with you. They think you are irrational, because these rules are there to prevent you from having to ever fall. But Leo is all about falling right now, because you're digging deeper, 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 deeper into the dirt. So I think this energy here can't really understand you and why you are doing this, because you are supposed to avoid pitfalls, not to fall into them deliberately. Why are you being so close to the edge? Well, I'm going to jump. And this energy is saying, well, why? No, don't do this. But you want to get back to the source of it all. You want to understand everything. You're like this pioneer on the front, and you really want to get to the bottom of it. And you want to reconnect with source. Maybe not the nothingness source, but maybe the central sun kind of source energy. So it's a little bit, it's conflicted. It's a lot of conflict in this reading, but it's not really like open battles. It's more like you are looking at each other and like, what? Why are you like this? It's totally, I can't understand you. So it's more like this. It's a tiredness I'm feeling with this, but love as well, but a hopelessness, because if you're so different, how are you supposed to be together? Or how are you supposed to make this happen, whatever is supposed to happen? And I think this is the part of the humanity's broken heart. It's split because one energy needed to go this way to experience a certain thing, and the other energy went this way and experienced a certain thing. And now you're back here, and you don't understand each other because you are from, one is from Mars and one is from Venus, and it's like, I don't understand your language even. If you talk, it's like I just hear like blah 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 blah. It's I can't understand you. I can't understand what it is that you want, and I can't help you. So it's this what I'm feeling. So it's like a splitting energy, but yet you're so connected. This is the central card. And yes, change. We have here change, and it's destiny, and it's wheel of fortune, and it's karma, and it's what you reap you will sow. And also this, what I've been telling you about the whole reading, when you experience something here, you might need to experience a lot of times to be able to digest it. So first, when your man went out to war, he never came back, and he was dead, and there was a great mourning, and maybe you and your family lost their lives because of it, because there were no one there to protect you anymore from the warmongers. Okay, and then in different lifetime this has repeated itself, and now it's like it has no momentum really left. So now it's just him going to the store. It's still same feelings, but it has no momentum left. So you're almost there, you're almost solved it. The only thing you need to do is stay with the emotion, the lingering emotions, and digest it, and get like the book of knowledge, thank you, and read it, stay with it, put attention to it. Whatever is written there will be digested by you and put in the right place inside of you. So this change is synchronicity. It's the divine taking over the steering wheel. So it seems like both these energies are like, what? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. And the divine says, well, we know. We have the overall map. We can see your destinies from here. So we know what is going to happen, and we know the reason why. So you have a 10 here and 10 there, and the nothingness 5 in between. 10, 5, 10. This is significant because it's 1 and 5. So it's some kind of like a social gate. Okay. I'm thinking 5, also 14, the alchemist card, how you rub off on each other, all these 5s. Then you come back and you put it into the library, and it's a new knowledge for the humankind to take home to God, okay, and she will say, okay, thank you, now I know more about myself. This is just what you do. It's just some kind of teaching that wants to come to you, and it's just going to happen by you dealing with people that seemingly doesn't care. Probably they do, okay, but seemingly they don't care, and they are like surface people that doesn't want to dig as deep as you. And if you're a cross-watcher, everyone need to understand that the reading can go both ways. So it can be the Leo being this authority figure, kind of not getting it, and the other one, maybe a Cancer or Taurus. We have Taurus both there and there, Aquarius also, that is trying to go deeper with the spiritual side of it all. And as I said, it's like you're coming from two different planets, and it's very hard to understand each other. But the magnetic pull here is trying to get you back together. It's like the end of the journey when you needed to experience two different things, and now you're back here. And you are totally different, but you feel the magnetic force because life has come to a point where it wants to go back together to unity again. Okay, so here we have your future, and if you don't get burnout, or maybe because you get a burnout, you will become the master. Okay, so master, how do you become the master? Well, it's by knowing yourself. Know thyself. Feel your feelings. Always have like an eye in the wisdom well, like the one that Odin sacrificed down in the wisdom well. So you will have the connection with your deepest self and the divine. Go even deeper within and you will find yourself. And when you find yourself, you become like rock solid. You become like this super kind of human that we can see with enlightened beings. They are cool, they are calm, and yet so warm and unconditional loving, and they are totally in self-respect. They also respect you. So this is what you have to look forward to become this person. So this is the reason to all the digging. You're trying to find your master down there, and maybe also reconnecting with having balance between your feminine and masculine archetypes. So it's like the yin and yang of it all coming back together inside of you. And it's first when it has happened inside of you that it can happen in your relationship or in the world. So it needs to happen within you first. You need to integrate. If you're lacking masculinity, you need to integrate your masculine side. If you're lacking femininity, you need to integrate your feminine side. That's going to bring you home to yourself, becoming the master, a whole person. Okay. So next card here is playfulness. So that's your little inner child, and it's kind of like this. We come as children, and when we are really old, we kind of become children again, and then we go, because only children comes to heaven, because in heaven we are all kind of like children. We are all perfectly aware, awake, having this feeling vibration, knowing things intuitively, seeing things that no one else can see. You get the truth from children and drunks and maniacs. Yes, okay. So you're going back to this wisdom state. It's like your soul, how you were when you came, the person you were when you came. You are being born anew here, like born a new master, and yet like a 3-year-old or a very young person. So maybe your happiness come back. Maybe when you have released all these deaths, you are being born anew, and your happiness comes back. So it's bliss to be alive again. And when you do this, the bliss finally comes back. Here you might have been like rather drained with your energy because you were supposed to lie in fetal position and cry. So now when the energy is coming back and you feel happy and things are starting to move on and you have the lust for life again, be careful. So you don't use this all energy up in 1 hour and then you're back to square one again. So take your time, do a little thing of the funny thing, and don't like overindulge here, because that might, it's like, I feel like this is a flame that's very delicate, and if it comes a strong wind, it will you will be back to square one. It will be no fire here. So let this fire start burning. It's this child being born. You saw this through this birth canal. This is the moon, the stargate through which we all come, and this is the mother that borns us forward, the stargate, and here it was come true, the star-born child. Okay, so you are connecting with this beautiful energy, the true you. And it can feel exhilarating, and you feel a lot of inspiration. Use this inspiration with modesty, like you had only few drops, and use it like in different ways, maybe to pay your taxes or yeah, follow the law, send in some blanket or what it is that you need to do here, because it's like you have been doing some kind of revolution for a very long time against authority, and you might need to start to love authority again because you are becoming authority. So there can't be a split inside of you. Okay, yes, exhaustion, 9 of Wands, and it's in reversed. So I'm thinking the masculine energy has been exhausting you. It has had very high demands on you. Do this, jump a little bit higher, try a little bit harder, run a little bit faster, perform a little bit more. We are only going to be loved if we do a good work, okay? This is tainting with your feminine energy. It's messing up your feminine energy. The masculine energy, feminine energy in the middle there, it's getting like rather pushed around. So half and half, okay? Be a doer half the time, be a meditator half the time. Be like the cat. Rest 14 hours every day. Sometimes I'm thinking that the day on Earth, like our move along around the sun, is too short, because I, at least, are not really in tuned with the 24-hour thing. I need like a 36-hour solar lap instead. So maybe I am from Mars. I don't know. Okay. And here is this different energy, the Mars energy, the beautiful Venus energy, and it's Mars energy again. So it's, be careful, okay? The dried up old prune, the one that wants to live. So there's need to be balance between those two as well. Balance between work and play. Balance between masculine and feminine energies. So try to take it a little bit careful. Use your energy as like really precious drops of fuel that can't be wasted. It's like a magic potion, and just do a little thing there, and then meditate, stay with yourself, breathe, sit on a chair for 2 minutes at least, okay, 5, 10, go out in nature for a walk. So try to use this energy wisely that's coming. Yes, 9 of Swords. So here we have the 9s. So this is what's going to happen if you overuse your energy. This beautiful energy comes, and suddenly spring is there, and you're doing everything and being awake like far too late and doing all these funny things, and then you're going to back to 9. It's 9, 18, 1 plus 8 is 9, and so you're going to back to into like kind of a depressive state. And it's cool, because if you're called back there, it's like forcing you to take those little times of rest that you refused to take when life was funny again. So remember this, try to take pauses so you don't have to go back to square one and start all over with, you might get sick here, or depressed. You're going to feel tired about people, maybe have a short, like be angry real quickly, because it's like you have no tolerance. And what I'm feeling here is like a person can't really stand other people, okay? So yes, and here we have rebirth. So you might need to go through this again. It's like here you feel happy, here you feel sad, then you're going to be happy, then you're going to be sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. Let it go like this. It's going to take a time before it calibrates. Here is your old self. It might have been the time when you were depressed, and then you're like this roaring lion. It's when you are starting to put boundaries to what is depressing you or sucking out your energy, and then eventually you become, this is going to be your permanent state, to be like this energy. Eventually it's just going to be a little bit shaky, and you need to be careful with yourself and not drain yourself in any way. Okay, so beautifully. So I'm going to read a centerpiece card for you, and it's the 10 of Cups. Harmony. So the experience of resting in the heart in meditation is not something that can be grasped or forced. It comes naturally as we grow more and more in tune with the rhythm of our own inner silence. The figure on this card reflects the sweetness and delicacy of this experience. The dolphins that emerge from the heart and make an arc towards the third eye. And notice that it has like the half heart shape. The third eye reflects the playfulness and intelligence that comes when we are able to connect with the heart and move into the world from there. Let yourself be softer and more receptive now, because an inexpressible joy is waiting for you just around the corner. Nobody else can point it out to you, and when you find it, you won't be able to find the words to express it to others. But it's there, deep within your heart, ripe and ready to be discovered. Listen to your heart, move according to your heart, whatsoever the stake. To be simple is arduous, because to be simple costs everything that you have. You have to lose all to be simple. That's why people have chosen to be complex, and they have forgotten how to be simple. But only a simple heart throbs with existence hand in hand. Only a simple heart sings with existence in deep harmony. To reach that point, you will have to find your heart, your own throb, your own beat. So it's very, very beautiful. This is like in contradiction to the morality that kind of wants you to snap, snap, be awake, be of use, doing the right thing, following the rules. So it's you're going to have to fluctuate between these states, sometimes being very well organized and seeing what needs to be done without it's taking you down to the road to depression, though. So you might want to do that in like moderation. Also let people like this in with moderation, and as often as possible stay in your own stillness. When you drive your car, when you are at work, maybe tapping the computer, feel your inside. When you stand in line, Eckhart Tolle says, enjoy in yourself while you're standing in line, but it can be feel the pain in yourself as well. It doesn't always have to be joy that's inside there. So whatever you feel, it's fine. Just stay with your inside. It's when you put your light of your attention to your inside, it will start to heal, and eventually it will be enjoy in myself. Okay. So I'm also going to take a Wild Kuan Yin Oracle card for you. That one probably. It came for some other sign, so you might want to look it up. It's one of the first three. I did Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius. So for one of those, also the Desert Harvest came. It might have been Virgo. You know, also got the Virgo card there in the beginning. These nines are also connected to Virgo. Desert. Oh, so it was the first that came in the book as well. So very good. Many of my divine children take time to cultivate their offering to the world. Your soul, even with your fire and ambition, is capable of great patience, endurance, hope, and faith. These spiritual qualities allow for the development of a truly exceptional offering to the world. Rest assured, my divine one, it is never too late. In fact, your time for full blooming is just now starting to come into view. From the night blooming flower to the oasis, from the creatures that have adapted to thrive in desert condition, to the sudden and swift eruption of life that abounds after precious rainfall, the desert teaches us about life. Life in the desert, in particular, demonstrates the power of creative, adaptable intelligence, that aspect of the natural world that learns to thrive, no matter the odds against it. The Oracle of Desert Harvest comes to you with tidings of life and fertility in the face of odds to the contrary. So you have it's like this with this repelling energy. The odds are against whatever wants to come together here with the 9 past life, 10 harmony, and 9 sorrow. It's something that wants to be healed. It's humanity's broken heart, of course, that wants to be healed, and it's like the odds is turned against it. So the Oracle of Desert Hover comes to you with the tidings of life and fertility in the face of odds to the contrary. When your life doesn't seem to be moving in the right direction and you cannot find your way, you may fall prone to doubts. Spiritually speaking, you are in the desert and yearning for water. The improbable, the difficult to launch, the creative dream that seems so to be ridiculous will be. Yes, okay. And the Divine Mother will delight in another of her improbable creations. Such is her irrepressible sense of play, humor, and divinely defiant will. If you're dreaming a beautiful but unlikely dream, do not give up. Help is coming. It is a timing issue. There is a greater cycle, like with the change here, at play, and you will need to wait for the cycle to complete itself. It will not be for much longer now, but patience is the key. Yeah, okay. So, my dear Leos, I hope this helped and patches you up for the time to come. You can see that also in the second part of May, this desert energy is still going to roam. And the 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, it might be that you're going to great difficulties during this time, but it's just a purification. It's just a desert walk. Yes, I know desert walk tends to be for 40 years, but hopefully not, okay, this time. Also pray for that things will move on faster, but the best thing to get things moving on faster is to get it faster, like understand it faster. You have 4, 5 great authority here. It's like the establishment of human governments and church and domination, and 10 of Swords is rebirth. So it might be that you are, like what I said, you are becoming your own authority, and it might crash into the human authority that's currently on Earth. We can see this with Tibet that had problems with China. So sometimes it doesn't help how enlightened you are when outside forces come and want something out of you. Okay. So try to work together with it instead of against it, because outside authority like this, it's just showing that you need to get the inside authority as well. Okay. So take really good care, and I welcome you back to my mid-month May reading that I will perform in the beginning of May. Okay. Bye-bye.